Она была такой всегда. Она выглядит как деньги у нее в глазах. Она выглядит как супер мега звезда. Она выглядит как Она выглядит как мами среди всех в этом клубе. Ее вид всегда шикарен, на ней сидит все идеально. У нее всегда все окей, ты должен ей открыть дверь. Сумка Бёркин, она тверкает, что ты скажешь ей теперь. Она выглядит как мами среди всех в этом клубе. Ее вид всегда шикарен, на ней сидит все идеально. У нее всегда все окей, ты должен ей открыть дверь. Сумка Бёркин, она тверкает, что ты скажешь ей теперь. Все в этом чате хотят с ней тусить на автобаре. Она выглядит сзади так сильно, дым как Red Ferrari. Целует ее парень на баре, ее все узнали и в нее кидали деньгами. Тут money, мами.
Ее face, grace. Hustle каждый день, фейм ее мечты. Ее пресс. Кэша большой без, снимет ей весь стресс.
Она была такой всегда. Она выглядит как деньги у нее в глазах. Она выглядит как супер мега звезда. Она выглядит как Она выглядит как мами среди всех в этом клубе. Ее вид всегда шикарен, на ней сидит все идеально. У нее всегда все окей, ты должен ей открыть дверь. Сумка Бёркин, она тверкает, что ты скажешь ей теперь. Она выглядит как мами среди всех в этом клубе. Ее вид всегда шикарен, на ней сидит все идеально. У нее всегда все окей, ты должен ей открыть дверь. Сумка Бёркин, она тверкает, что ты скажешь ей теперь.
Ziariști în continuare presează despre noi. Nu ne-ați făcut voi, v-am făcut noi pe voi. Fraierii oari la modul frate sunt tari, dar nu se poate, sunt vulgari, se dau și mari. Sau 2000 de jointuri la 20 de băieți care să vă rupă cap și mai vedeți ce scrie. Stil mafiot, la fel ca 98. Fetele se freacă pe hip-hop în club. E 2002, e aproape la fel. Se procedează la fel, dar la un alt nivel. Un fel de Tony Montana în România. Fac tot posibilul să evit pușcăria. Ca Leonardo Roftei, sunt campion mondial. Mă aflu în treabă fără adversar.
Privește bine pe lângă tine, că ai putea să înțelegi ceva. Ai grijă ce faci, cu cine te bagi și vezi cum poți să fii peste toți.
Cine e cu noi strigă, cine e cu noi strigă, cine e cu noi strigă, cine e cu mafia strigă. An după an
apelează, a venit și poliția cu muniția. Nimeni nu o să poată să oprească mafia.
Privește bine pe lângă tine, că ai putea să înțelegi ceva. Ai grijă ce faci, cu cine te bagi, și vezi cum poți să fii peste toți.
Cine e cu noi strigă? Cine e cu noi strigă? Cine e cu noi strigă? Cine e cu mafia strigă? Nu există nicio limită la ce-aș putea să fac. Au trecut atâția ani, lecția o am mâncat și sunt câteva treburi ce s-au schimbat în cartier. Dar băieții sunt la fel rechiniesc ca la apel. Tot după bani, după ce le trebuie. Câțiva dintre ei știu când să tragă linie, pentru că scopul de a face bani aici nu s-a schimbat. Dar metoda a evoluat și s-au afiliat la firme, organizații, internet, tehnica a ajuns să fie cea care face diferența. Dar mulți și-au dat încă seama că un celular folosit greșit poate să te arunce la gropan. Vezi tu, știi că în viață înseamnă mult să te ridici în picioare doar când ai ceva de spus. Ia-o ca pe spate sau ia-o tu ca pe ce vrei. Eu și băieții mei suntem în mileniul 3.
Privește bine pe lângă tine, că ai putea să înțelegi ceva. Ai grijă ce faci, cu cine te bagi, și vezi cum poți să fii peste toți.
Cine e cu noi strigă? Cine e cu noi strigă?
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
And then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
And then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. 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 Satisfaction.
The golf is better.
And then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Alright. Hello everyone, welcome to qualifying at Portimao for tier 4 here. So we'll have to see who gets out first. Let's take a look out here, I guess. It's gonna take ages though, so no one knows. Oh wait, there's a Romanian on the grid, that's perfect, so I already know who to be biased against. Oh, there are some cars actually coming out. Let's take a look at them now. We've got Bright coming out first, followed by the Alpine of... I don't know who that is. It's Krob coming out, followed by it's actually Bright first. And there's an Alpha Tauri coming out as well, which is Bubble here. It's in the wets, everyone's on inters. Everyone's on inters, and they are the only ones out so far. There is a Haas actually coming out just as I say that. Also a Mercedes here. We've also got Jack out as well. And we've got Typo coming out, who's not really gonna say anything. But yeah, let's watch Bright here, going through the final corners of the track right now, about to start his lap. Here in the now there are 15 minutes left of Q1. We'll have to see which 15 out of these 18 drivers will make it through. Entering now onto the main straight, let's take a look at the onboard. At onboard, as he starts his first lap now. DRS has obviously been disabled since this is wet conditions, so we'll not be seeing the typical laps we are used to. Since nothing too interesting is happening, let's take a look at who is actually out of the pit so far. We've got Typo, Carlos, Nistor, Jack, Bright, Buzz, got Ice, Anger, Krob, Neon, and Bubble, who are currently the only ones out right now. Bright going for sector 2 now. Ooh, almost lost it there. Great count steering work from him. And again there, great count steering. Obviously it's a purple sector 2 since it is the first lap of the track. Now, yeah, let's take a look at this lap time. Now entering, going past the final corner of the track, let's take a look at what his final lap time will end up being. And it will end up being a 1:28, good for him. Will Krob, I think that is, be able to beat it? Both Alpines. Krob has finished his lap. And it's actually Bubble getting the new fastest lap by only about 4 and a bit tenths. was it out right now? Let's take a look at Nistor here. Through sector 2 he goes. Doesn't seem like it will be the best lap time. Going through what I call as the final corner of the track. Now going on to the final bit of the track. What? Yeah, now going on to final bits of the track. Let's see of what time he'll finish. It does not seem like it will be the best of lap times. He does some great counter steering work from him there, but it will not be anywhere close to the rest of them, putting him in P5. 5 tenths behind Krob in the Alpine. Buzz fits himself a spot in P4 nicely by 4 tenths, and Jack fits himself a spot 2 tenths behind Bubble. Also Ice putting himself in at P3 by 4 tenths to the leader and 2 tenths to P2. Typer entering into the pits, and Carlos finishes with a lap time of 1:29.495. Nistor here will be looking to shave a bit of time off his previous lap time, specifically a bit. Krob entering into the pits now. But yeah, not really that much. Oh, there's a Red Bull who spun. That is Carlos indeed. He spun and he spun again, doing some nice drifts about here, going the wrong way. Or is he? No, he's not going the wrong way. Take a look at this Mercedes though. No one seems to have any imminent threat behind him. Thomas gets the new fastest lap in the Ferrari. And will Nistor have anything to say about that? He gets a 1:29.179, putting him in P6, shaving, what was that, about 6 tenths off his time? Now a 300ths in front of Buzz, and that is 3 tenths behind Bright. I'm back. Apologies for that. We've got Bubble with a new fastest lap yet again, shaving 4 tenths, about 4 tenths of Thomas's time in the AlphaTauri. Neon puts himself up into P3. But the Williams putting himself in P6, 2 places behind his teammates, and about 1/10 of his teammate as well here. Take a look at Sadia here, who's recently started a new lap since his previous one was invalidated. Let's take a look at the Sector 1 time here. He will not be having DRS on this straight here as it is disabled due to the wet. It's 25 seconds, not that impressive. And now we only have 5 drivers left to have a lap here. Oh, and he's invalidated again. Fortunate for him. Unfortunate for him. See him coming out on the main straight now. Looking to get a very promising time here. 1:27, putting him in P2. Great work from him. He is only about 700ths off P1 here, which is quite a lot if you consider how hard it is to get a good lap time. Now going through sector 2 is AV here. Let's see the performance. Finishes sector 2 with a time of just under a minute. Now going for the final corners of the track, ready to go onto that main straight and absolutely send it to finish the lap. Ooh! He spins into the gravel, he goes, and he's popped off the wheel. How unfortunate that for him. He's popped off the wheel, can't do much about that. Alright, well I guess I gotta look at someone else now. Someone who maybe hasn't set a lap time and is looking to set something promising is this Red Bull here. Aussie getting a purple sector 1. Now going through the hairpin. Let's take a look at the onboard camera through sector 2. Alright, he's now finished sector 2 for a time of just under a minute, yet again. I didn't check to see if it was purple or not, but let's take a look. Him now entering onto the main straight here. Will he be able to set anything promising, or will he have the same pace as AV? Doesn't seem like so. He enters onto the main straight, will be getting a time of quite disappointing, putting him in P13, 1:29, just over 1:29. Jack, new fastest lap here in the Haas. Great lap from him, probably. I was not really cautious when looking at that. So got one driver now to set a lap, and that is Sadia, who's actually coming out of the pits as I say that. Almost spun out of the pits. But yeah, both the Mercedes will be looking to improve their lap times here. We'll have to see which one of them does it quicker. Doesn't seem like Sadia will be close to anyone on his out lap here. So I guess let's take a look at someone else for now. Let's take a look at Nestorio, who's just started his lap right now. And probably could be getting close to his teammate. He goes through the first two corners quite well. Let's take a look at this sector 1 time though. I don't think it will be anything too much, but definitely not too shabby. He gets a purple sector 1, shaving off half a second off his personal best right now. Now going for the hairpin, has it in second, now goes up to 6th. Will be going up to more. Yes, he did go up in some for a temporary while. Now drops it down to second gear. Ooh, his teammate spun out there. Yeah, his teammate spun out a bit there. He doesn't seem to have any damage on the front wing, but his underbody definitely does have damage. Now, Nestorio allowing him to pass his teammate, gets a purple sector 2, regardless of that incident, shaving off another half a second, putting him over a second ahead of his personal best lap time. Now we'll be entering onto that main straight with a goal of achieving the new fastest lap in this race. Will he do it? Will he not? We'll have to see. Take a look at the onboard camera on the final straight here. And he gets a 1:26.926 over 3/10 ahead of that. Of the current, of the old fastest lap. Great lap from him, to be honest. Sadia will have started his lap by now, but he's not in the best position. Ice. Fastest lap right now, 1:26.216. Great work from him. 7/10 ahead of Nestorio, and Sadia retires, leaving everyone here to have set a lap time so far. Oh, that's a Mercedes. And it's not Nestor, so yeah, Sadio, I think he crashed. Ooh, Ice gets a purple sector 1. Could be another opportunity to get a score of fastest lap and beat his own record. Ooh, nice countersteering from him there, almost lost it. Take a look at everyone's tires. Everyone's on the inters, no surprise, no one would be on full wet. Hopefully the race isn't on full wet conditions either. Let's take a look at this sector 2 lap time. Shaves off a second about it. So I believe that is doesn't seem to be a perfect sector 2, but he does shave off 2/10 of his current lap time. But he could lose it all on this final part of the track. Now let's take a look at his lap time. Oh, he's invalidated the last corner. Oh, that's unfortunate. And he would have saved time putting it under a sub. Putting him into a sub 26 range. That's unfortunate for him. Alright, I have not been keeping up, I apologize. Bright, both of the Alfa Romeos are currently in the lead. Wow, I have missed a lot. That means we got Typo also up here. Neon in Ferrari gets the fastest lap. Everyone's getting fastest lap. Graceful Rook here also getting the fastest lap. It seems that the rain is stopping. Ooh, Anger just before the lap time finishes. Just before qualifying finishes, gets a 1:24. Also Nistor here getting a 1:24. Only 8/10. That's 8 thousandths behind the Alpine. Unfortunate for him. Let's take a look. Yeah, the rain does seem to have stopped, which is why a lot of people are getting way better lap times. Take a look at who's the most ahead. It seems like this Red Bull is the most ahead right now, but he's invalidated, so I guess let's take a look at Typo here. Going through the circuit on the final part of the track. He did go off track there. Will definitely not be anything special. Let's take a look at the Haas that's right behind him. Wait, what? Buzz? Buzz gets a 1:29. Oh, Buzz has actually got a fastest lap now. Who else should be able? Jack. Both horses are currently in the first 2 positions. Oh. Incredible. That's almost 1 second ahead of his teammate. Yeah, the rain has completely stopped. We've only got 1 person left to finish, and that was the Alfa Romeo, who ends up finishing in 8th position here. Alright, let's take a look at the final order for Q1. It is Jack, Buzz, Anger, Nistor, Rook, Neon, Bright, McKee, Typo, Alfie, Ice, Bubble, Crob, Ross. That is the people who will be staying, but Tomo's out, Carlos out, Ozzy out, Sadio out, and Avi also out here. That was our grid. Now we got the grid for Q2, so we'll have to see who can do what. Alright, now beginning his lap is Ross here. Will be catching up to his teammate. Coming up on turn 2 here, he invalidates. That was quite obvious, but let's take a look at the Haas here, who is currently not invalidated. Obviously, it's a proper sector 1. There was a little bit of something wrong there. I don't know. Alright, the Haas coming up on the main straight now. Will be finishing with a fantastic lap time of 1:18 here. Quite a great lap time there for him. And now Ross also about to finish his invalidated lap time. Nistor also to finish third now. Wait, what? Oh, I think he invalidated as well. So let's take a look at someone who hasn't invalidated just yet. So that's kind of impossible to find. It's kind of impossible. No one's invalidated yet. I guess let's take a look at Typer. He hasn't invalidated. Currently on the last 2 corners of the track. Alright, he gets a time of 1:19.02. Not the best. Definitely not the best. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Ice gets a lap time of 1:18.56, putting him about 1/10 behind Jack, currently in P1. We got Nistor here with purple sector 2, and actually purple sector 1. I'll have to see. Buzz sets a lap time of 1:35, not the best here. Let's take a look. Graceful gets a lap time of 1:18.404, about 200 ahead of Jack. But let's take a look at Nistor's lap time. It will be a P4 for him, 1:18.75, and Bubble gets the best lap time, 1:18.091, putting him about 3/10 actually, let's be more honest. 3/10 ahead of Rook here. Take a look at Neon here, coming for the final corner of the track. Will be having DRS here. The DRS makes a massive difference, gets a new fastest lap by only 300ths. So quite nice. Quite a nice margin to finish off by. We got the Aston Martin starting a lap now. Alright, now finishing sector 2 for time of 53 seconds. And let's take a look at his final lap time, now making his way through the final corners of the track like everyone has. He's got 40% of VRS, hopefully that will be enough to finish the lap. Now on the main straight, about to receive DRS. Finishes the lap with a 119, putting him in P12, dead last. About 64 hundredths that he, no, not 64 hundredths, 6.6 hundredths behind the typo. Let's take a look at someone else who hasn't set lap time. It is Anger here for currently gotten a 22-second sector 1, which is actually quite decent. Oh, what? No, that was not supposed to happen. Intermission. Oh. He has got here. Alright, now about to finish his lap time. I switched to the wrong person again, but he does get the fastest lap. 1:17.859, the first sub 118 of the session. Great lap from him there. We were watching him throughout it. Now, only one person left to set lap time, who is currently invalidated their lap time. Take a look at Ice here, starting his lap as well. And he spins right in sector 2 there. Who else is on the lap right now? Seems like it's Bright with a new quickest sector 1 time here. Above sector 1. Ooh, he's invalidated as well, unfortunately there. Ooh, who else is currently on a lap right now? Got Nistor here coming through over half a second behind, half a second ahead of his current lap time, should I say. Will be coming on the finish line with a lap time of 1:18.079, putting him up into the top 3 here, which will definitely assure him a spot in Q3 here. Getting a purple sector 2 here, coming for the final turns of the track. Sorry, my mic was muted there. Now entering onto the main straight of the track. It will be a final lap time of 1:17.931, putting him up into P2. Great lap time there from him. And now everyone will be coming out as the last 40 seconds of Q2 here. We got Bubble with a new fastest lap here, 1:17.822 here for him. Great. And now we've had 3 retirements from the session, and the Buzz seems like he'll get out of the session if he doesn't finish this well enough. So the people who are in the pits have obviously finished qualifying. That is end of Q2, but not necessarily the end of Q2 for the rest of these drivers, who could be able to, who knows, set a fastest lap before Q3 even happens. Or maybe even Bubble can improve on his lap time there. We're currently looking at Buzz, who is on the verge of being taken out of qualifying. Let's take a look now. Entering onto the main straight, going into 8th gear, will be a final lap time of 1:18.855, keeping him in 12th, unfortunately. So not good enough. So he will be out of qualifying for this round. So who looks most close to finishing? Looks like it will be Rook here going into the pits. Perfect. It's Jack here. Will be finishing with a lap time of 1:18.144. Still able to improve on those previous lap times. Magic Nick here. Let's take a look at this lap time. 1:20. Not the best necessarily. So who is still out on track right now? It's Krob. He's invalidated. Alright. What? My keyboard stopped working. My keyboard stopped working, so I have to use this instead. Alright, that is everyone completed with the race. And I need to fix this, like, ASAP. Oof, this is not good. I need to fix this keyboard issue ASAP. Be right back. Alright, let's take a look over the Q3 starting. Who will be in Q3 here? Alright, there we go. So, it will be Expert Bubble, Anger, Bright, Rook, Neon, Nestor, Jack, Krob, Mike, and Ice in the first 10. The rest have been eliminated, unfortunately. Now let's go back to
The golf is better.
Bubbled coming first.
These wheels.
Right. Sorry for that. Back we go. Let's keep a look aboard Bubble. Bubble here. Letting Crop pass him, as for Bubble here, he's trying to warm up his tires. So is Crop here, it seems. Let's hide the UI a little bit. Alright, Sector 2 has been completed. Alright, let's take a look at Crop here, now about to start his first lap. Go on board with him for the first bit of Sector 1, then we will go for the off-board camera and maybe look at someone else in case there are any sort of crashes around Portimao here. This is Q3, so this will be the final qualifying session to determine the rest of the starting grid for the race. Now going through the hairpin, drops it down second here. Oh, he's invalidated the lap though. So I guess we're gonna have to like take a look at Bubble coming around Sector 2 as well. Now finishing Sector 2, purple Sector 2, since obviously it will be the first lap properly finished. Let's go on board with him as he finishes up the lap. Now, will it be anything nice? We've currently got the dry conditions and it is very sunny, so it does seem like it will be a good outcome. He will be getting a 1:17.909, and Bright will actually get a 17.791. Outsmarting the AlphaTauri driver is Alfa Romeo. Great for him. Not absolute master of a lap that was, I assume. Who else is yet to finish their lap? Let's take a look at Nistor here, also finishing his lap with a time of 1:17.996. Great lap time there from him. Yeah, Crop invalid. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot about the changing screens bit. Sorry for that. Alright, apologies for that. We gotta... Well, yeah, we got Bright first, Bubble second, Neon third, Nistar fourth, Magic fifth, Anga sixth, Jack seventh, Ice 8, GSRL Crop hasn't set any, and the Rook is in the pits. You haven't missed too much, do not worry about that. And now we've got more and more people choosing to come into the pits. We've got everyone coming into the pits. He is still out, and I believe, yes, the Haas will come in as well. But the Neon might not, and then Neon comes in as well. Will Nistar come in? Yes, Nistar will come in as well. And we've only got 2 people out on the grid right now. We've got the Williams, who's come up for the outlap, and McKee, who will go in. Wow, yes, he's the only guy we're gonna have out on the grid for these 6 minutes left of Q3. This could be important for him here. let's just take a look at this out lap, since it's the only thing we can watch right now, since no one is out. By the time he does finish his lap, it is likely that more people will be coming out, so we will be having more of a diverse setting. But I don't think this is what you'd like to be watching, and I assume you'd really like to actually watch cars going around circles. So yeah. And now, beginning the lap now, let's see how he decides to take turn 1. Behind the car. Turn 1 is actually taking quite well, relatively well. Goes off track there for a little bit, but he does do it majorly well. Now finishing sector 1 with time 22 seconds. Not the best we've seen so far. Also, it doesn't seem like anyone will be coming out so far, so we might actually end up seeing every driver in the pits at once. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. May have to take out the music here. And now, about to actually finish sector 2. The pace looks quite promising here, but it definitely won't be anything. He does have a purple sector 2 though, which is great. I was right about his pace, surprisingly. And now, coming for the final corners of the track, we'll be going on to the main straight now here at Portimao. And let's take a look at this lap time. It will be a 1:18.349. Would have been good in Q2, not the best here in Q3. It still does put him in a respectable 6th position though, to start on the race. Back in the off-board camera. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like anyone is actually gonna make an effort of coming out of the pits here. Let's take a look at his pace here, since it doesn't look as promising as it did last time, but still it's pretty far. We got someone coming out. Both Alfa Romeos actually coming out. That is actually good. For once I actually say that is good. Predictions for a race. I don't know, man. This is my first time commentating this league, so I don't really know. Rug does actually end up going into the pits here. So yeah, we've got both Alfa Romeos out, and we got Bubble also in that bit. Take a look at Bright though, who has got the current lap record, trying to warm up his tires. Alright, apologies for that. Someone's trying to argue with me in the Discord. sorry for this. I gotta add someone because they can't be competent enough to get an invite. Alright, yeah, I'm really sorry for that. Bright gets another fastest lap. Apologies for that. I did not notice it at all. 5, 6, 8, 4 tenths, and I think Bubble also improved his lap. Alright, that's Q3 completed there. Take a look at someone with a purple sector 2 currently. Come on, this guy is actually going ham. Alright, let's take a look at this time here. It will be a 1:17.588, putting him in P2 starting grid. That finishes his lap. It's literally still inviting and this guy's trying to argue with me. Oh man. Alright. Well, Bubble won't be finishing with any sort of impressive times here. Everyone has finished so far. And it seems like Krob will just decide not to lap time. So yeah, that is everyone here finished for the race. Alright, that is Q3 finished, and that is qualifying completed. So let's take a look over at the starting order of the race, at the top 10 at least. It will be Bright, followed by Anger, followed by Bubble, Neon, Ice, Rook, Magic, Nistor, Jack, and Krob.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
That's on starting, what? Okay, shouldn't be on starting. But yeah, everyone's loading in now.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Alright, here we are, now beginning the formation lap of this race here at Portimao. Let's take a look over the starting grid. Oh, right, yeah. So, AV has left the server after trying to argue with me like 17 million times. Got Sadio, who's also out of the session. So now let's actually get to the real starting grid. It is Ozzy in P17, Carlos P16, Thomas P15, Typo P14, It's Your Boy P Alfie P13, Buzz P12, Ross P11, Krob P10, Jack P9, Nistor P8, Magic P7, Rook P6, Ice P5. Ooh, they got disqualified from the formation lab. Okay. Neon P4, Expert P3, Anger P2, and Bright P1 after some fantastic laps of qualifying. Get setups ready. Yeah, a lot of people getting disqualified from the formation lap here.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get
Alright, so
my
we're gonna be starting the race in a little bit here.
satisfaction.
Krob got disqualified as well. A lot of people getting disqualified from this formation lap. Alright, back we go. 4 red lights. And now we've got the 5th one out. Lights out. Away we go. Here, Neon tries to go for a move. Expert gets up into P2. Got a lot of battles happening back here. Nistor gets up into P7. Krob gets into P9. Ooh, Krob goes down. And that's Ross. Back to down to P19. Buzz also down. And a lot of stuff just happened that is out of my control. Sadio, Tomoz, everyone's down. Krob is down to P11, Alfie is down to P10, and Ice gets up to P5. Rook gets back up into P5. No, Rook gets into P5. Wow. Bright stays on pole through all of this. Ooh. Something's happened, and I believe that's Ice who's either spun out or just got crashed into. Like a lot, gone down 12 positions. Krob goes down to P11 yet again. Ozzy gets up a lot. Carlos trying to fight with Krob here. Fails. Quite miserably. Magic gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Ooh, Thomas just got ahead of Carlos here. And they touched. They did touch. Ooh, gets ahead right through the final bits of the track. Now we are entering back onto the main straight. The Haas, will it get enough slipstream? Alright, so you've already got some people going down into pits. That Aston Martin looks like it will get enough slipstream to make an overtake, but will Nistor get enough? He's quite early on the brakes there, not early. He's too early on those brakes there. Alright, we've got ourselves an interesting race on our hands, and Nistor gets bumped into and now spins out. He is now in P15. Very unfortunate from him. Ice is now in P13. And Sadio, AI control. So now it's his responsibility to get back up into those top 10. That's what he needs. Buzz down into P15. Unfortunate that for him. Take a look at the most close people thus far. Nistor overtakes Sadio, but at the same time the AI controlled. why am I looking at this? Let's take a look at Thomas here. Very close to that Alpine. Ooh, they touch again. They touch again. It doesn't seem like Krob's being very handful here, doing too many defensive moves. Also, let's take a look at this predicted pit stop strategy. Anga gets the fastest lap. And now, will the Ferrari get enough slipstream to overtake here? From P11, putting himself up into P10. He has not got that DRS. That DRS is not enabled yet. He goes too early. He breaks a bit. That's unfortunate for him. But yeah, nothing much he can control. Jack and Alfie fighting there for P6. Seems like Alfie won that fight, staying up. Also, he got a 3-second time penalty. And Thomas still trying to keep up with Krob there. Ooh, almost lost it. Nice counter steering from him though. A lot of battles happening that I can't observe them all at the same time, which I'm really sorry for that, but alright. Well, we got AV and yeah, Alfie has spun out, unfortunately. I'm really sorry for missing all of that. There's a lot of issues happening right now, which I am not under control of. We've got a really tight battle here between the Haas and the Red Bull. Red Bull gets up quite well, and he does actually make the overtake using that DRS to its fullest potential. Great work from Carlos here, getting up 10 positions from where he started earlier in P16 after that horrible qualifying performance. Yeah, what can I say? Who else is reasonably close to each other here? It's actually a battle for P1 between the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo. Alfie has retired, unfortunate for him. Ooh, Ross got ahead of AV. Oh, actually, there's an AI battle, so we can't really trust anything about them. Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep watching, observing this battle for P1 here. It looks very interesting, and we'll have to see what happens on that main straight, if at all anything, and if that DRS will influence anything. Got Nistor getting up into P12 here. But let's take a look. He will be having that DRS, but it won't be enough. Carlos gets a new fast lap. It won't be enough to make that overtake into turn 1. But Expert does have a second DRS zone here available to him, where he could make an overtake. Alfa Romeo gets away slightly better, but let's take a look on how good the slipstream will be here for the AlphaTauri. Doesn't have enough into the hairpin, and now will not be able to make the overtake into P1. Fortunate for him. Who else? I think I'm close to each other. Nothing much to see. Here we have two cars that are Typo and Nistor, reasonably close to each other. Ooh, Buzz gets ahead. Buzz and Nistor get ahead of Ice here, who is suffering immensely from those crashes he had earlier. Now, coming onto the main straight are the top two drivers. The AlphaTauri will have DRS, but will it be enough to make the overtake on the straight, or maybe even into turn 1? He does have the DRS, but will he have enough of it? He does not have enough ERS, and the Alfa Romeo by far has the ERS advantage into this first corner. But we will have to see what happens at the second DRS zone. He is likely waiting for his ERS to recover. We'll be having DRS again on this straight. Pushes up ahead, drops it down second for it to happen. Not enough. Ice gets 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And saying that, let's take a look at everyone's penalties. so far. Apologies there. These guys are the most close to each other right now, so I guess we're gonna have to take a look at them. Behind him is Anger here, who started on second position. But now let's actually take a look at the penalties. We've got Neon with a 3-second time penalty, Ice with a 3-second, Ozzy with a 3-second, and Magic with an 8-second. That is one from pit lane and another one. But let's take another look at everyone's tires so far, since we have gotten that predicted stop. Everyone is on medium, so they will be likely having a pit window at lap 13 to 19. Except this one, except AV, but AV is air control, so we're not going to talk about that. And Krob, who is on hards for some reason. Don't know, you don't need to ask me about anything. Hopefully just AlphaTauri let the ERS come back, but will it be enough to make the overtake? Heading into the hairpin, no, it won't be enough. Yeah, it just won't be enough. Let's just go back to no comparison and take a look at everyone's gap to the leader so far. We've got Magic here, 40 seconds behind the leader here. And we've got, yeah, both of the Alfa Romeos on opposite sides of the grid. Ozzy gets ahead of AV, but that doesn't really matter. Take a look at everyone's best lap so far. And it is Carlos with the fastest lap, which is 7/10 quicker than Anger. And then that is just a lot of lap times. But I think the next quickest one was a Bubble. Yeah, it was Bubble with the next quickest lap time. And let's head back to the interval and let's take a look. We got Tomo's boxing quite early. Pretty sure he wasn't one of the ones. Got Typo getting ahead of Buzz here. Someone spun out. And Nistor actually spins out there. Unfortunate for him. For the Romanian there. Ozzy gets ahead of retired Tomos. And Nistor gets a 3-second time penalty. Which I believe she already had one. Let's take a look at Typo here. Will he have enough power to overtake the Haas before maybe before the lap finishes? We'll have to take a look at that. No, he won't have enough ERS to overtake, but he's now using that DRS up. And will he have enough to overtake into turn 1? Actually, Expert just overtook. I didn't realize that. I'm really sorry for that. Sorry for missing that. But we do have Expert managing an overtake here. Really sorry for missing that. Someone came into my room there. Let's unmute. Test audio. Take a look at Typo here, who's still quite close to the Haas. Hello. Wait. Shush quickly. Alright, hello. Yeah, I know you downloaded it. Alright, hello. I know you Alright, I'm back. Sorry for that. Well, we're also 3-second time penalty. And let's actually take a look at right. Wait, I have to be right back again. Sorry for that. I am back again here. Let's take a look at Rook here, who is in the battles with Carlos to take P4 here from Neon. Is that? That goes to car. Oh, that's lapped. Alright. Anger gets a 3-second time penalty, and that Williams looks oddly close to that Red Bull there. So yeah, that seems like the only real battle to commentate on right now. And that DRS will simply not be enough to overtake the simple horsepower of that Ferrari. But maybe for the second DRS zone, let's take a look. Yeah, that Ferrari has a lot of DRS on its hands. So maybe even the Red Bull with its own DRS and ERS advantage could overtake before the hairpin. No, he does not. Taking a long while to talk. Alright, so we're gonna keep looking at this battle here. Trying to go for the inside of the hairpin. No, that fails. Let's take a look at everyone's penalties, since there have been quite a lot more since I was gone. Anger's got a 3-second. Neon's also got a 3-second. They should probably be appealing that. Let's take a look at everyone's tires now, because now would be a suitable pit window for most people to pit. Carlos gets ahead of Williams, and it does actually work out. Finally, we've got some action. Krob gets ahead of Typo as well. Got finally some sort of action on this race after all of these laps. We have only got 20 laps to go. And yeah, I can't really say much more. Be right back. I'm screen sharing. Anyway, we've got Alfa Romeo coming out of the pits in P6. The top 5, still choosing not to hit the boxes right now. Typer retires in the pits, and Nistro coming out as well. Let's take a look at the most reasonable battle here, which seems like Carlos getting into P2 here, ahead of Anger. Great work for him. Ozzy gets ahead of retirement, and Carlos, now his goal is, since he could actually recover some time in the pits here. I do not know if he will, but he could, certainly. Alright, we got Expert with a 5-second penalty. Ooh, that wouldn't look good as he is currently in P1. Let's oversee this pit stop from AlphaTauri. Switching to the hards as predicted. Carlos also onto the hards. And Anger manages to overtake Bubble on the pit exit now. And Carlos gets back into P2 ahead of Anger. And now everyone coming out. Bright gets back into P2. Will be looking to take that position back from Bubble, having started in pole. Let's take a look at everyone's position since the start of the race compared to their qualifying results. Bubble's gone up 2 positions, and Bright has gone down 1 position from pole. Krob has gone up 7 positions, having started in P10. Carlos has gone up 12 positions, having started in P16. Neon's gone down 1. Graceful Rook started in this position. Anger has gone down 5 positions. Jack fails the overtake on the Haas, and the Haas stays ahead 2 positions. Anger gone down 6. Ice Alright. Anger gets ahead here. Let's take a look back again at everyone's stops. People still yet to stop are Krob and Sadio, who's AI controlled. No joke about that. Bright gets a new fastest lap, showing that he is the fastest man on track, getting within a second of that AlphaTauri there. Maybe we will see that. Jack gets within 300 milliseconds of the Williams. Will he make the overtake in turn 1? Yes, he does. What a move there. Williams tries to switch back a bit. Anger makes an overtake as well. Great work from those two to move into turns 1 and 2. Ice makes an overtake on Neon here, but Neon... Carlos gets a new fastest lap again. Back here. Don't know why it looked like I just saw rain there, but it isn't. Nistor gets a new fastest lap actually, and Buzz gets a 3-second time penalty. Magic retires from the session. I think he might have crashed there. Fortunately for him, we do have a safety car happening. caught that spin happen right there from Carlos, the man with the current fastest lap. But now, since we got safety car, I guess it's time for some music. Unfortunately, I will have to pause though, so sorry for that.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction.
And then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
And then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction.
The Golf is better.